Hippie Fari, Reggae Radio and Podcast is brought to you by The Island Rhythm, the dopest reggae-inspired and Rasta-inspired designs, clothing, and everything else you could possibly imagine. Check out theislandrhythm.com. Check out Island Rhythm on Facebook and on Instagram. Once again, The Island Rhythm is where it's at. Much love. Awesome. Once again, folks, thank you so much for joining us here. Reggae at the Rock 2025. This beautiful, really, really cold day in August. Chilling out here with Trees of Life up on stage now. What's going on, gentlemen? How we doing?
What's going on?
What's up?
Not too much, man. So what's the vibe so far at Reggae at the Rock, guys? What do you think?
Nothing but positive vibes around here at Reggae at the Rock. What are you thinking?
Good times. You've got Vibes Farms about to go on the stage outside at 1:15? 1:45.
Beautiful, man. Yeah, I actually still, whenever I can, and I can actually make it to South Florida, I still play with Vibes Farm at percussion. So, absolutely great guys, man. Well, so for anybody just kind of discovering you guys, what's the story behind the band and the name, The Trees of Life?
Started about 11 and a half years ago. I'm actually the last original member at this point for Trees of Life, and the Mark next to me here is the next senior.
Nice, shout out, Mark.
In the group here, which Mark's been with us for 8 years now? Yeah,
nice. Wow,
8
right
years,
on.
So he's been here for just about the duration. Honestly, I was actually running the studio in Sanford, Florida for quite a while, and it was I got really upset and decided, you know what, maybe I'm not done playing music yet.
Right.
You know, and decided to put some things together, and I found Dave Swanson, the bass player, first, and then he introduced me to Tim Samples, who was our original guitarist, and then we had Bobby Fields was our first drummer, and then he couldn't do it, and then I ran into Skylar Rush, who was the original drummer, at a Radio Shack.
Right,
and,
Radio Shack.
Yeah, getting some
That's telling our age,
some little
isn't it, bro?
connectors, you know, and
Yeah.
some adapters or whatnot, and we started jamming together. And then Bobby Fields then joined us on percussion for a little while, and then when he had left, that's when we got Djembe Mark.
Nice.
And Djembe Mark by far has been the greatest percussion player that I've ever been with.
Oh, 100%. I play percussion, and I'm like, man, one day, hopefully before I die, I will be half as good as this guy back here, man.
Yeah. So it's a really good time. So started the band. The Trees of Life is, I'm kind of on this mission in life to try to understand all the laws and of the universe and how this reality works, so I can try and make this reality manifest things that I want, and through that research, looking through all the different types of people across the world, everybody's got something to say about the Tree of Life.
Right, amen. Yeah, I mean,
everybody's got something to say. Everybody recognizes it.
Yep.
And so I wanted to go with a concept and a message that was inclusive to humanity.
Nice,
you know
right
what
on.
I'm saying? And so I tried to dig back in history as far as I could to find something that's relatable, and that's what really spoke to me. And honestly, the original name I wanted it to be was Smooth Music.
Right?
and my guys looked at me like, that's the dumbest name I've ever heard of, And I was like, well, we got to figure something out. And then it didn't take long. But I brought up the Trees of Life. Instead of just the Tree of Life, the Trees of Life, because I think every single member, everybody who's touched this project over the last decade is a tree, is a main root to what you hear in the music today.
I like that.
And I've had, I don't know how many people we've had play with us, 20, 30 different people over the years. People filling in and features and all that kind of stuff. It's been the greatest relationship I've ever had in my life is this music and this band and the whole community and the people that we play with, because, it's nothing but positive. And super happy to be a part of it.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Until it hits you like a 9-pound hammer, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So, reggae music, what pulled you into it, man? Was it childhood?
Well,
You know?
honestly, it was the first band that I really tried with, right, was kind of like a rock, screamo, punkish type of
Yeah, I
thing,
love that
right?
too, though.
And doing that for 4.5 years, I didn't want to scream anymore.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
I hear you.
And then as I was doing the studio, we did a lot of hip-hop stuff, and we did do a little bit of reggae with hip-hop, and it just really speaks to me. And again, just like with the meaning of the Trees of Life and how we came about that, the whole reggae niche
Sure.
seems to be the most positive.
Sure,
know?
100%, man. Amen.
And if I'm going to put out a message, I want it to be, something that's going to be uplifting,
Amen.
that's going to either help people get through their day or just remind themselves how powerful they really are, and they can go and take control of their life and get what they want out of it. And you also, you can do this all with a smile. And I know life gets hard sometimes, and things get difficult, but if you... To me, if you're looking for the message and the signs around you, you'll find that life's moving for you and not against you. And you can go through even the toughest times with a smile on your face, man. It's really powerful. You sleep better, and your energy is just way stronger that way.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I really, really needed to hear that right now, bro.
No doubt.
I'm no shit. That's amazing. Thank you so much for that, man.
Yeah.
And that just speaks volumes, brother. And if anybody's ever had the opportunity to listen to your music, they know that that's exactly what you're preaching. So, if you had to describe the Trees of Life sound, somebody who had never heard you before, they're like, "So, what do you sound like?" How would you?
Well, it's not real reggae, I'll tell you that, right off the rip, right? We fit in this reggae niche.
Right.
But no, I am not reggae. So the best way for me to describe it would almost be like an anthem rock with a reggae undertone.
Okay.
Would probably be the best group of words that I can come up with. But now with, Trees of Life 4.0, which, by the way, has been my favorite
Right,
group of
nice.
guys so far across the entire lifetime of the band. We're a lot more of a jam band now.
Right on.
I've got Jesse James on the violin.
Love Jesse
We
James.
got Alex Garcia on the saxophone. We got Matt Helson on guitar. We got Rich Bowe on guitar. We got Rob Herndon on the bass. We got Mikey Maz on the drums now. And what's also crazy is like Mikey Maz and Rob, they played a lot of metal.
No, right on.
Oh yeah. Mikey's been all over the world playing his metal, and that transition over to the reggae-ish type music, it's been really fun to watch them have to retrain themselves on how they're playing and jamming and grooving and stuff.
Well, isn't that Mark?
Amazing process.
Isn't that Mark? You that's what you listen to, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm quite.
Yeah, you're a metalhead, aren't you?
Quite the old metal aficionado.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Right on. So whenever you're writing a song, you guys are writing a song, do you lyrics first, melody first, lyrics, or does it matter? You just like come up with it and that's kind of how it goes?
Well, I'm absolutely terrible if you put a gun to my head and said, write me a good song.
Right.
Not good with that. So for me, it's really however the inspiration hits. But I do know with the way I write, when the inspiration hits, I have to stop everything.
Right on, man.
And get it in. Otherwise, it's in one ear, out the other.
Right.
I might, carry a melody in my head for 6 to 8 years before I write a word to it.
Right.
Or vice versa. This last album, there's a couple songs on there like Calling Out and Dopest song that are actually 20-year-old songs.
Wow, right on.
That I wrote with Annika years and years ago. But they were never recorded.
Right.
And so it took me this long to really find the sound that I wanted with those, to really put it out with confidence. But most of the songs that are on this new album, it's been words first.
Okay,
for
heard.
me. It's been, daydreaming, driving down the road.
Right.
Yeah. Doing some kind of a, spinal cord activity. And then my head will go somewhere and or out fishing, right?
that's my. Oh, you like to fish?
I love fishing, bro.
So do I, man.
Oh man.
Saltwater, freshwater, but
Yeah,
you care?
I don't care. I'm getting on one.
Yep,
I caught
right
my
on.
first 10-pound bass this year, boy,
Nice.
right in
I
my
love
backyard
fishing too, bro.
What?
Yep.
That was crazy. But yeah, so the where it usually starts is usually like 1 or 2 lines for me.
Heard.
Right? It'll just be this one little bit, this little piece will come to mind, or the ether will deliver to me, and then I'll run that through my head over and over and over and over again, and then the rest of it will start to come. Sometimes I'll be able to write a song when the inspiration hits within 30 to 45 minutes.
That's awesome.
Complete. Other times, it'll take me 5 years.
Right? Exactly.
No joke. Like, and what I try to do is not rush any of it.
Yep.
You know, I don't try to force the creativity, because if I do try to force it, I feel like I come up with dumb shit.
Sure, I hear you. Yep.
Like, honestly. And so if I just let it come naturally, it's much more meaningful that way. At the end of the day, the songs that I write, if I'm going to put something out, every little piece of it has to mean something to me. Otherwise, it's not worth me putting out.
Amen, bro. I like that, dude. So there's actual straight up soul and spirit into every single thing that you write.
Absolutely.
That's beautiful, man. So speaking of what we just talked about, your writing, I'm definitely interested in this. Who were your influences growing up? Musically, lyrically, spiritually? What kind of led you to writing the songs that you write today?
Influence in the beginning when I was very young was the Beatles.
Right on, man.
Once I got a little older, I want to say the first album I ever bought was Whitey Ford Sings the Blues.
Yeah, right.
Right? And I bought that album for the song on the radio and figured out he was just a rap artist. And I was like, that's not what I expected. And then it went to Eve 6 and Third Eye Blind.
Oh, right on.
Bands like that.
Yep.
And then the band that really pushed me to start singing was Dispatch.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Dispatch at all? Check them out.
Okay.
They've got 20, 30 years of music out there, and they actually just got back together, I think, and they're starting to work on some new stuff. But Dispatch, if you go and do your research on that, my music, go listen to them, and you're like, holy shit, he copied them.
Yeah, right.
That's a valid statement. You know what I mean?
That's okay, though.
I'm definitely not, original. It's hard for me to believe in original thought, truly. But I read a book a long time ago. It's called Steal Like an Artist.
Amen.
I recommend you read it because it's the truth. Like,
right.
If there was no original thought, then all of us artists are just looking at other things, repurposing it, changing it a little bit, making it our own,
right.
And then we put it out, and that's what it is, man. And there's no shame in it.
Absolutely not.
As long as you're willing to be humble and
right.
give credit where credit is due.
Well, look at the hamburger. I mean, thank God
right.
there's not only one hamburger joint. You know what I mean? I'd be
Yeah,
really
thank
pissed
God.
off. Yep. Absolutely.
That's very true. Very true.
Absolutely.
But I think Dispatch should be the cornerstone of the influence in the way that I write, the way that I sing, and a lot of the way that I play. It was those guys.
That's nice, man. Well, speaking of that, why don't you tell us about your newest? What's the newest song that you've written or that you're working on, or doesn't have to be out now? But,
Well, we've got the new album coming out.
Yep.
I've been actually holding it. Like, I've had it for it's been done for 6 or 8 months or so, and at least 8, right? But the album is going to be called Redwoods.
Right
so
on.
the first album we did was the We Are All Connected album, and then we did a live EP called Rooted in Appreciation, and then the last album we did was called Tend Your Garden.
Okay.
And this album is going to be called Redwoods because it's the...
And I'm getting the whole tree theme. I like
100%.
I love that.
Everything has meaning, right?
Yes,
and Redwood, to me, is like we've been cultivating, tending our garden. We've been rooted in appreciation.
Nice.
We are all connected with everything around us and the influences that we occupy. And now we are a solid thing.
That's great, man. Like a redwood.
A redwood that is
great,
very hard to move. I don't think you could drive a car into a redwood tree and knock it down.
Exactly. Now
And that's how I feel right now with the Trees
Absolutely.
of Life is we're in a situation now where we got momentum. We've got a great group of guys. together. It's really exciting to see. Every time you see us, it's a different show.
Right, that's beautiful.
Even if you see us 2 days in a row, and I might play the same set list.
Sure.
Friday as I do Saturday.
Right.
They're two completely different shows.
It's organic. I love that.
It really is, and that's where
man.
we're getting more to be more kind of like a jam band. I really want to live in the moment, not just run to a script and we play it the same way every single time. I think the moment is more meaningful that way, and I think my guys appreciate that as well, because a lot of my guys, all my guys, are real musicians, and if I don't keep them interested, they might not want to play anymore. You know what I mean? So we want to keep them around.
I love that, man. And, kind of speaking of being rooted and just all of your music having meaning, is there ever a time when you know that you have connected with a fan? When someone's walked up to you and been like, wow, man, that was just something absolutely incredible.
So in the song Phoenix that's released, there's a line that said, if I never get famous, will you still believe? Because I already made it.
Nice.
And what that line means in that song is it really stems from when I first started playing music, when I was with Annika, and I had the first person come up to me and say, look, last night I was going to take my life, and I listened to your music, and it saved me, and it made me want to take one more day and one more try, right?
That's fucking nice.
That is the pinnacle of appreciation that I've ever felt from people.
Amen.
And it's happened dozens of times in our career, playing the music, and I would say that's the highest thing ever, where I really connect with a fan, where they tell me that to me, I don't feel like I'm the greatest at all. I really don't.
Right.
I just feel like I'm just occupying the space. I'm trying to do this for my soul.
Sure.
So I can keep saying, and just so happens to help other people. It's just such a blessing. And I'm so grateful for those moments that I share with people. But that's happened quite a few times, man, and that's probably been the best.
Amen. Yeah, that's absolutely beautiful thing when, you can actually do something that is from your heart and from your soul, and then it's directly impacting somebody else in a way that somebody actually approaches you and says something like that, man.
Right.
If that only happens once, your job is done. Everything else is just beautiful after that.
I already made it.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, man. So I know you said you weren't reggae. I tend to disagree maybe a little bit. You definitely are. But what role do you see reggae music or, reggae adjacent music, basically positive music that we're putting out, and what role do you see that playing in today's world, especially the society? It seems like people can't even talk anymore when it comes to politics or religion. 2 seconds, everyone's at each other's throats.
Yep, 100%.
How important do you feel that the positive music that we're putting out today is? You know what I mean? In this climate.
It's extremely important because, music, a lot of times for most of us, articulates ways that we feel that in ways that we can't really express on our own, right?
Sure.
And so sometimes you're going through something, you might be driving down the road, you're listening to some new music, and a song just hits you.
Yep.
Right?
You get goosebumps.
And get goosebumps,
Yep.
might bring you to tears, might make you smile, you might be overwhelmed with joy. When that happens, you actually make a connection, and there's a self-healing moment in that, right? If you can really hold on to it and take it into your daily life when those things happen. So in the political environment we're at right now, it's appalling to me to see everybody at each other's throats.
Just like
right?
cats. Bro.
It really is, because to me, the enemy wants us to be at each other's throats.
Bingo.
Therefore, we are not able to organize and live in a way that we can support each other and not be beholden to the big guy upstairs who wants to control everything, right?
You can only focus on one thing at a time, right?
And so my hope is that the music of today, and the reggae genre specifically, which seems to be the most positive in my mind,
amen.
Is to remind people that we're all humans.
Yeah,
here.
amen. Absolutely.
And we should all be living for each other and not, hating each other for different opinions. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one.
Of course.
100%. So Yeah, most of them stink, right? So, I mean, to me, and even in my personal relationships, even when people in my life will do something that I might not disagree with or I might dislike completely, right? I always have to judge people with the way that they treat me, regardless of what they do anywhere else, right? Because we're all imperfect humans. Like, none of us
100%
is straight. All of us have stuff that we're ashamed of.
Of course.
You know, that we wish we didn't do or whatnot. And so, even though if something terrible happened in the past or somebody you really love does something that you think is a slant against you, through communication and living in the moment, you know, the past actually doesn't exist in my mind.
You're exactly right. It's an
And so
illusion.
if somebody does something that you disagree with, but in the moment now, they're saying otherwise, that they don't feel that way anymore, and they're actually doing things opposite of that, believe them.
Right, amen.
Continue the relationship, because otherwise I feel like, you know, if I really try to judge everybody around me as if, you know, I'm holier than thou, like a lot of people do, then all of a sudden you have no human relationships and you are lonely. And then you start to hate yourself.
Right.
And then you go down, you get into this hole. And the reason why I speak on this is because I went through this. You know
Yeah,
what I
sure.
mean?
Yep.
I'm speaking from personal experience.
Sure.
So making that small adjustment and just loving people for who they are and what they're doing in the moment, that's what matters to me. You know?
Absolutely, man.
That's what matters.
That is absolutely some profound shit, bro. I'm not going to lie to you.
I appreciate it, man.
Wow, bro. So not just your music is absolutely amazing, but wow, man. You should do some spoken word like Henry Rollins or something. You know what I'm saying?
Listen to the music. There's a lot of spoken word in there.
Absolutely, man. So I know there's a lot of issues that, you know, we could look at as human beings and say, if I could change this, you know, yeah, everybody always has that. You know, if I was in charge, the world will be perfect. You know, because we all think what we think is, you know, the best. But what's one thing that you would hope that your music would change in this world? One issue. Because I know there's a million.
I mean, if I were to allow my ego to be super selfish right now, I would say that my music would unite humanity.
Amen.
And make them realize how amazingly significant we all are.
Beautiful.
As well as humble ourselves, because we are also extremely insignificant
Right?
in the grand scheme of things, right? It's this weird, it's this...
like a conundrum, right?
yeah, weird conundrum is a good way to put it.
Yep.
But I would like to, if I can help somebody stop thinking about all the negative things that they're going through in their life for a
Right.
mere 5 minutes, then I know I've done my job.
Fuck yeah.
And
I like that.
if that's the case, that's the way I'd want it.
That's
you know what I
nice.
mean? Is honestly if you can just enjoy the moment, you know, be selfish enough to take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? There's an acceptable level of selfishness.
Yeah, right on, man.
Ayn Rand, read it.
Oh, yeah, The Virtue of Selfishness.
yeah.
Ayn Rand, yes,
It's,
100%.
it's very, very important.
Familiar with that book, yep.
But the moment that you're experiencing right now is the most important thing in your life and the most important thing that ever will be. Sure. And if I was to pass, you know, if I would hope that my music would spread one message, I think that would be the message I would spread.
That is absolutely beautiful, man. Thank you so much. Well, and speaking of spreading a message through music, I see you got your uke right there. Mark's got
Let's
his
do it.
drum. You guys mind spreading a little message real quick?
Absolutely.
Let's do it, man. How should I set it up? What do you think? The best way.
Do you have another one of these to put that on?
I do, right here.
Can you do that? Can you put that like on the edge right
Yep,
here?
right here. Yeah, cool. Yeah, let me, there you go. Make sure this is, I'll put this on channel 3.
I might need to borrow your chair playing.
Mine? Yeah, no problem. Oh, yeah. It helps if you put it in the, I was going to say put it in the right hole, but. Perfect. Yep. Hop on in there, bud. Let me get my beer out of the way. Sorry, man. Tight quarters in the Hippie Haven. Just do a quick testing on that mic for me real quick, Mark.
Oh, this vocal one?
Yeah.
Check.
Cool. And then give me a... Cool.
check, 1, 2. That's gonna be crazy, singing like this. Woo.
This might be louder. There you go.
Check 1.
Calling out.
All right, here's one from the new album, Redwood.
Scotty, you got
This one's called Calling Out.
Volume on his mic. A little more volume on his mic.
Music is to my blood, how to flow. It is the only thing that I know. When you're down or defeated and blue, don't despair, don't be scared, I've been there too. It exists for the moments like this. Take that razor away from your wrist. Don't you know that you're young, you've got nothing to prove? Calling out the face, calling out the liars, calling out everybody, every single one. Yeah, I ain't nothing when I step off stage. I've been played. It's a game in the life that you choose. Take a walk, just a mile of my shoes. You would know if you've been there before. I'm that voice come knocking at your door. Wait a second, you know I would do that for you. Calling out the fakes, calling out the liars, calling out everybody, every single one. I made up my mind. I ain't never going back there again. Even though out here on my own, I've been falling behind. So make up your mind. So make up your mind. And watch me unfold. Sometimes I wish I had a home, but I'm just here to travel. Second I was born, my world started to unravel. I got caught up in the mix. They say there's no place like home. Some of us home is no place at all. Sometimes I wonder when I get out of Toledo, will you visit or just give me a call? Thank you so much. All right, here's another new one real quick. Ooh. Whoops. Look for true love on my life. I now know my worth. The life is on my side. Yeah, with my all, the best intention in mind. So when I fall, I never think I'll fight. Give it time. Give it time. Give it time and everything will be alright. Love and light will come again in due time. Find the hidden that is hidden inside. Universe will manifest, the mountain I'll climb it. Do not sit in the judgment of ego. Must keep it checked everywhere we go. We can be guided by the light in our soul. We must let go of what we cannot control. I'll live for the day, don't worry about tomorrow. The past is not existing, let you tell it to follow. Life gets messy when you live in the shallows. Find your fulfillment so you don't feel so hollow. Look for true love all my life.
I now know my worth, and life is on my side. Yeah, give it my all, the best intention in mind. So when I fall, I'll never be just fine. Give it time. Give it time. Sanctify the temple that you built inside. Your intent is what gives wings to fly. Find the blessing that is hidden inside. No, you have to walk through the fire to find it. Do not wait in the faces of conflict. Working through the pain proves that you want it. Through the darkness it is told that the fact is we must be meek and preach what we practice. Namaste. This I may say you. Divinity of your soul overrides an ego attitude. Just be conscious in the moment will find you. Flow with the spirit as opposed it will guide you. Look for true love on my life. I now know my word. The life is on my side. Yeah, give it my all, the best intention in mind. So when I fall, I'll never be just fine. Give it time. Give it time.
Give it up for Djembe Mark on the percussion, everybody. Let me hear you.
Do not sit in the judgment of ego. Must keep it checked everywhere we go.
Thank you so much.
Couple of the new jams off the new album.
Wonderful, man. Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome, man. That was beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Trees of Life. Yes. Woo! Reggae at the Rock 2025. Thank you guys so much. That was absolutely incredible. This is Hippie Fari, Reggae Radio and Podcast, recording live, Reggae at the Rock 2025. Thank you so much for, I would say tuning in, but I guess being here. Much appreciated, guys. Got some cool interviews and some acoustic sets coming up next. Thank you guys so much. That was beautiful, man.
Awesome.